Hello there all you beautiful people and welcome to this gameplay video of In Other Waters on the Nintendo Switch. I'm Dan and I'm here as always to show you those indie game gems that you might have missed but I think is worth for you to check out. So today's game is about Ellery, a biologist who stumbled upon extraterrestrial life. When a routine exoplanet study goes wrong and her partner disappears into the alien ocean, Ellery is left with a little more than an antiquated diving suit and a strange AI to guide her. And that's where we come in. We play as the strange AI. So suit up because we're diving into some gameplay right now. Recovering last known log. Log recovered, date 2189, user and sensorium disabled. There ain't any time left. This is going to be more restrictive than you're used to, but you're resourceful, I know you. I'm sorry, okay, but I can't let them find you. I can't lose everything we achieved. And unreadable Mia user disconnected. Continue with boot, touch. Or A. So, welcome. And we are booting. Hello? Is someone there? And we have to respond before this circle ends. This is Dr. Ellery. I urgently need all system of this suit activating. I can do that. I've been locked out and I'm 20 meters below the surface here. I say again, this is Dr. Ellery. Can any operator personas on this suit please respond? Let's see how we respond though. There we go. All right, good. Operators activate all system. Pilot authorization granted. Hoo-hoo. Okay, now we are talking. We can scan, utility, power, oxygen, heading and depth. Scan and topography readouts coming through, looking good. So what do we pick next though? Oh, this one was funny. Okay, utilities available. Let's see. Sampling storage, terminal and retrieval seems to be installed. So what's next on the list for us here? And not that one though. The power panel is activating. Plenty of juice. Yes, we are fully charged. But I guess she wants a little bit more data. Oxygen panel is up and rebreather are functioning. I'm off reserve oxygen now. You're welcome, my dear. We're a pretty decent AI, I must say. The reason I wanted to play this game on the Switch is because its atmosphere and look. I'm seeing the heading panel coming online. Excellent. Calm down, I'm talking. Okay, good. The dive panel is active. Current reading of 20 meters. Okay. Well, the thought of this is playing this while you're chilling in the sofa at home. You don't seem to know what you're doing. You're not an operator, are you? Yes, I am. I don't believe you. Operators are a little more than voice-activated system dialogues. They don't respond. I knew there was something strange about this suit when I got inside. It looks decades old. Hey, lady. I'm not that old. Look, we do not have time for this, so whatever programming system you are, I need you to work with me. You seem to respond to voice commands, so that's a start. We need to head north. I'll explain when we get going, but right now I'm locked out of half the system of this suit. Someone somehow has rewritten the permissions to only respond to internal messaging. That means you. It's us. So I'm going to need you to take control. Let's get moving. Take me north. Please. Okay, how do we get north though? That's north? No? Okay. A little help? There we go. That's where I want to go. Now we need to figure out... Aha, look at that one. Steep rock walls rise up towards the surface on either side. The floor is layered with pale sand. Okay. So we scan, nothing new. how do we get moving? Aha! You press that button and off we go. Good, whatever you're doing is working. Let's keep heading north. So I am expensive autopilot at the moment. Not this one, but it seems to have some purpose. Not like that. So what do we... we need to scan every time. Gotcha. Let's identify that one. A boulder fills the passage, blocking out the warm light of Gliese 67, 3 stars. A 3-star planet. That's cute. What did they have in the Pitch Black movie? Weren't there like 2? And these are map data and other goodies, I guess we're gonna learn eventually. If you didn't know, this game was a successful Kickstarter funded back in 2018. Let's see here. Now we don't want to go back, so we scan and we find a new little marker. And now we know how to move around, so here the passage opens out back in the dappled light of the reef shallows. So should we go there? Yeah, probably. But it's a fantastic UI to play in. For the Switch, that is, if you play either on the big screen or the handheld version. So we scan, and still no weird aliens, and that is good. The softly flowing water is filled with glittering particles of organic matter, sign of rich and thriving life all around. You hear? We can go on vacation here. Now we're talking. Look, in the water, are those spores? And those stalks to the west, they look like huge fungi. This is unbelievable. Actual alien life. How could Minae have kept this place a secret? I saw her notes at the base when I landed and some telltale sign on approach, but here it is. If you care, the first extraterrestrial life humanity has ever discovered. Well, there was actually someone here before. I can't believe it. Could be unfriendly, I don't know. So I'm guessing we scan them. Beds of these creatures coat the pale rocks. Are these plants or animals? They are unlike any earth coral or sponge. Protected by the ridges from the strong northern current, this could be a safe haven for younger, softer species. Yeah. Let's go there first. What were those creatures? They were hidden among the stalks. Quickly, try to get a scan. Alright. Scanning. Here we go. Fungal creature made up of series of stalks and plates attached to... Oops. These creatures' external membrane appears to be made of layers of shit. These stalks are beautiful. I wonder how they feed, how they grow, how they communicate. This place, this planet needs to be studied. Keep scanning creatures and I keep notes. Alright. I'm doing my best, lady. Once we gather enough data, I can name and log each species, no matter what happened here. This is vital work. I do all the work and you take notes. Gotcha. I'm seeing a complex pattern of contracting and expanding slits in this stalk's membrane, mouth or sensing organs. Let's see how many times I say stalks in this video. These colonies are producing a shifting hum. Perhaps it's a form of communication between the individuals. It could be. They might be talking to each other. So let's move a little bit further in. And let's see. Oh, there's some quick ones. I want those. Striped with luminous colors, these flexible flapping creatures move rapidly throughout the water with little effort. These are such lively creatures and so colorful too. I start my logging observations. You do that and I keep waiting for the other one to show up. The developing studio behind this game is, by the way, Jump Over the Age, and it's a one-man studio founded by writer and designer and artist Gareth Damian Martin. As a little trivia as I hunt these ones down. These creatures appear to maneuver with a series of siphon jets. I'm seeing spores entering and exiting a slit of the surface of the stalk. Something is being exchanged. But I can't... The little dots that is moving fast around, I can't really access those. So as we move along... These stalks are covered in spores all sizes and shapes. Oh, goddammit. I'm in position. You have to take the sample, open up your sampling utility. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. If I knew where that one actually is hiding. If I were a sampling device, where would I hide? It's this one. So I get you in... Oh. Slippery little bastard, right? So how do I take a sample? Don't worry, my dear viewers. We will get there eventually. But I can't press A to take a sample yet. Thinking... Take sample. No? Well, that one can do that. Aha! You see? Now I know how to take a sample. We got one. Biological samples are vital tools for analyzing and understanding creatures. But the suit should also allow you to deploy any samples back into the ocean. How about you test it out? Hold and drag it over the central compass. Well, I can do that. And just let the little bugger go there. There we go. We are very kind. Great, that's working as it should. Yes, we are slowly learning. Look, those creatures are coming from the spores. Why these ones in particular, I wonder. Controls? Perhaps different spores carry different compounds, each with a specific purpose or message. What do you think? Could the spores be a way of communicating between different colonies? Of course it is. It isn't that strange fungi on Earth form networks of exchange. Maybe these stocks do the same. Anyway, sorry, I'm not sure why Let's keep moving. She's wondering why she's talking to us. So let's investigate some more. These colonies seem to be broken up into individual patches and the larger groups over a wider area. These rocks sit among layers of lichen. Could it have been thrown here during a volcanic activity period? Fungal creature. We found a new fungal creature called reef stalks. I'm uploading my initial notes. Let's call these reef stalks. We can classify this species in the lab. Hey, we made a discovery. Congratulations to us. I wonder if we can name stuff ourselves, like in some games. This one, link retrieval, we just saw. I think that is for later. But right now we probably need to get moving. Fitting around the reef. These creatures chase stalk spores with great enthusiasm. It's their primary food source. Source. Let's go to the smooth boulder and see what we can find over here. That's a new one. These creatures aggressively pursue certain spores but ignore others completely. Can they detect different in mineral content? What is it? What is it that dictates the reef growth patterns? Sunlight, the flow of water, whatever it is. I was a little bit too quick there. It's a little bit like watching the Animal Planet. Maybe I should have hired David Attenborough to read all these lines. Spores from the main part of the reef are brought into the southern nurseries here by a steady current. Then that's where we are going. Hey, can I ask you something? Of course you can. I worked with AI programs before, but you aren't like them. That's right. They are predictable, programmatic, dull. Their intelligence allows them to log and process data, that's all. But you are different. I feel like you're alive. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, I do. Then you are different. I'm glad I'm not just imagining it. But what are you? And what are you doing in this suit? I don't know, lady. But I hope this game will tell me why I'm here. And it's not like, what's it called, that... not Outcast, what is it called? Another game where you... It's a person trapped in a robotic body. I will remember it eventually. Let's see here. Where to? This place? This arch is covered with hardened stalks. Perhaps the slow current passing through brought the spores to settle there. We can go right, which is wide and long with sheer rock walls on either side. This deep rift channel's unpredictable. Unpredictable is my middle name, so let's go that way. Okay. That one we already investigated, so let's go to the left because there seems to be more yellow dots over here. Static creature made up of one huge flexible stalk. Unclear if swaying is due to... Oh, calm down. These huge stalks are incredible. Each one is a vertical ecosystem. They are leaking spores into the water as the fruiting bodies attach to the skin bloom. Someone is excited at least. Many of these stalks are leaking particles into the water as they sway. Are they spores or something else? These large stalks sway all around the basin. They almost resemble branchless trees bending in the storm. Okay, let's go there then. I heard that. Did you see that? The stalks responded to our movement. They extended as we passed through the arch. Perhaps it was the sound we made when we moved through. We should be careful not to get trapped here. The suit's power capacity is limited. We don't have an arc reactor? Okay. How do we fuel it? The chitin of the stalk's membrane is very hard, but flexibility is given by a surface of overlapping plates. There's a lot of activity among the rocks ahead. Creatures are grazing on and living among the stalks, forming a complex ecosystem. The more I play it, the more I actually want to see an image how they look. Look over there to the southwest, the stalks in the total calcified. Looks like a good sample candidate. Not now? Maybe it's a little bit too early. Ah, here we go. The plates of the stalk surface passing over one another must be producing the distinctive hum that can be heard. Hum. These creatures must be related to the other stalks on the reef, but seems to have a separate purpose to the lower beds. It's safe to assume that the singing of these stalks relates to communication between colonies seems elsewhere on the reef. But we need to get some samples. And this is not the place for that. We're supposed to be able to replay certain areas to further enhance the gameplay later on, I read. So maybe we don't need to stay too long all over the place. The growth gets heavier as we travel north into the stock forest. So we can't go there. The game wants us to go down here. Perhaps we will find out the way to get through these forest kind of things eventually. And this is the place to go. For now. These stalks looks dead. Open up the sampling panel and we can extract some of the outer membrane. There's a lot of dead materials here, so we should be able to take multiple samples. Alright. I'm coming for you. Oops. Just need to lock in these two. There we go. Let's find another one, shall we? Okay, so the chitin appears to be hardened with calcium carbonate. That could be useful if we need to boost our power. There you go. This suit is able to metabolize organic compounds to produce fuel. Just drag them over the power panel. The suit displays how much oxygen or power each sample can produce. No point wasting important samples. With these we can keep one sample so we can analyze it back at the base and use the other for a power boost. That is smart. Wonder what else we're gonna find to give oxygen though. Or can it give both oxygen and power? That is the question though. Stalk of the shittest membrane from the stalk. Fungal 15%. A bark is. Oops. Okay. We have the power captain. Let's head on over. Hey, it's got a new name. Sing stalk. I named these sing stalks for that strange hum they produce. What is its precise function, I wonder? And how does this suit look? I'm so curious now. Or we know from the promo picture at least. The space between the rocks here is thick with stalks. The elaborate pattern they trace across the reef are beautiful. So let's go there then, if it's so beautiful. Another one. Come on. Oh, there we go. The relationship between these creatures and the stalks is unclear, but they camouflage themselves among the amber colonies. It's a good place to go. We don't have many more ways to go than down there. We should be able to find later on tech and resources. And maybe upgrade some gear that we have. Now we're moving away from all these into a cavern actually. So let's go there. Nothing here, so the water is still in the yawning entrance to the cavern. There are no signs of stalks. Okay. Feels like we're moving in the wrong direction, but nowhere else to go. Or I might have missed something, we will see. There's a big chance that I actually missed something, so let's just head on back quickly to see. No, we can't get out anymore, so either we are trapped and slowly drowning or running out of oxygen eventually, or we need to head the other direction. This is probably the slowest way to move around. If I could just be a little more lighter on the touch for the dial, I could actually pinpoint these. But this one is easier to navigate around with. So can we go downwards? Yes. We actually can. Look at that transition. Okay. New cavern, new fun places to investigate. The patchy sunlight coming through the broken cavern roof is enough to allow stalks to grow here. Is that what they... And I clicked a little bit too early. I know. Soft sunlight spills down onto a long, thin stalk stretching towards the light. A coating of large glassy bubbles glitters. Tall stalk is a creature. A tall, bubbly coated stalk which sits amongst them. These talk stalk seems to watch over those smaller colonies. And now she's gonna take notes. Well, we need a location. Hope we learned something new. Sampling available. We know how to do that by now. Come here, little one. Oh, look at that. I'm turning into a pretty decent AI, actually. Another sample. These gases bubbles are intriguing. The interior gas is at an elevated pressure. If the membrane ruptured, the sac would screech. Is this part of the stock communication system we've seen across the reef? Wait, I have an ID. Try deploying one of that block by the block tunnel over there. I want to see how the stocks react. Just drag one over. Okay. Perhaps it can open up our path. But where though? Deploy inside line. Okay. But as you might have seen, I was stupid enough to pick the wrong sample. What about that, eh? But let's see here. Let's use the right one, perhaps. And see what happens. The one with the bubble on it. Ta-da! They retracted. These bubbles must be some kind of signal system. Yeah, I call them shrill sacs for that. We can use them to get through the heavy growth ahead. Let's get moving. I'm still a bit sad that I picked the wrong sample. That's pretty bad. Wonder how that will punish us later in the game. Well, nothing more to see here, so we continue. The cavern curves away in both directions here. It's hard to see the way ahead. And no evil life forms yet, I must add. So I guess you are wondering where we are heading. There's a way station just north of here, on a finger of this reef. I want to find it. My shuttle touched down just hours ago at the floating research base to the south. That's where I found the suit. I'm here looking for Dr. Minae Nomura, chasing a message all the way from Earth. I must sound mad coming out here to a planet in the tail of Scorpius just to follow a message. Wait, do you know where we are? Don't you? Are you sure? I wish we could talk properly, but this suit doesn't seem able. It looks far older than Minae's base. Did she bring it with her? Look, let's find that way station, then I can start piecing together what's going on. Sounds good, because I obviously don't have any memory either. The cavern narrows here. Let's keep on moving a bit faster now. Since it seems to be just forward. It's a current over here. So we get warm clouds of silt. Not filth, silt, you heard it. And now we go upwards to a depth of 20 again. Okay. New things to investigate. Stalks of this kind seem to produce different bubbles depending on the nearby stalks. They are protectors of their colonies. The thin stalk sits amongst a bed of overgrowth, excluding bright bubbles. I can't help it but feel some unseen process is shaping the growth pattern of this reef. Okay. But I wonder if the game would feel different if it would be like a voice actor reading her lines. I don't know. Would be interesting though. I mean, playing like we played Firewatch, the voice acting was incredibly important and made the game feel really alive. Or you almost formed like a little bond with the characters when you can hear them talk. But also perhaps this is the path of the game and how they wanted us to explore it. Let's see if there's a new little creature here. Mobile creature with a large translucent shell and 4 swimming appendages. Wait, these creatures have such beautiful translucent shells. I'm start logging data on them. And yes. The stalks are so thick here, a sea of amber waving fingers. They must be cleared. I'll bring in the big bubbles over here. Uh-huh. You see? I'm turning to be a productive AI now. You can actually press A while doing that motion. Okay. Let's scan the new little path here. Navigating these dense growth is like finding your way in a labyrinth, moving from clearing to clearing with a little sense of what's ahead. While moving in a labyrinth, you're supposed to find an outer wall and just hold a hand on it while you navigate yourself through the labyrinth. Some creatures target these tall stalks directly, perhaps because they keep them away from the other softer stalks nearby. Big bubbles made me think about Finding Nemo. Bubbles! Bubbles! Let's get some new samples. Shrillac. Shrill sack. Wonder what we can use them for. I'm guessing signal 10% is of meaning here. So let's get this one too also. I wonder what upgrades we're gonna get. If it's something cool. Or if we... it's these. And here we have some new things to scan. These creatures glide among the reef stalks with great care and precision. They appear to be grazing on them. Yum, yum, yum. Tall bubbles. Signal stalk. I'm going to call these signal stalks for the signaling role they play in the stalk ecology. It's fine by me. You can name them whatever you want. I'm just your navigator. Are we underestimating the complexity? So we can still take samples, but it's the same thing, so we can load up on a lot of these if we would need them. And we are. Because we're gonna put one over here. And kaboom. We made a way. Let's move. Feeling bold now that we have nothing that can actually hurt us yet. A delicate set of feeding appendages beneath the creature's shell seem to scrape the outer membrane of the stalks away. Occasionally, when the creature scrapes the stalks too aggressively, they retract and let out a defensive signal to nearby colonies. Oh, interesting. East and west are stalks as far as the eye can see. They fade off into the silt. Still no sign of the way station though, and what we can expect of that. I want that creature first. Sorry. There seems to be some tolerance for the creature scraping by the stalks. They only warn the creature when it cuts too deeply. Interesting. So there are tinier stalks this way, so perhaps it's the correct way. And here there are a lot of spores. So let's go there, into the density of them and find out more. Sampling time. Spore. She's gonna be happy for those. I hope. Let's pick them up and see if she reacts. Hello, lady. Aren't you proud of me? A stock spore containing a complex cocktail of minerals and compound. No, she was not. So let's get back. And head on north. If that is north, that is. And see what awaits up here. A blocked path. If only I knew a way to get through that. Pew, pew, pew. Okay, carrying on. I'm a worse navigator. Holy crap. There we go. That's it. We are through. This place is overwhelming. So many new species. This is the central reef I saw on Minae's map that has shelf flattens. So we're getting closer, actually. To hopefully the place we're going. So how do you like the game so far, my dear viewer? You think it's a good game to play on the Switch while chilling on the sofa with a favorite beverage and just read away about exploring alien planets? How do you like the UI so far? There it is. I see the way station ahead. I see it too. A way station set up by Minae Nomura. It seems better days, but it's still functioning. Oh, I hope it does. Oh, the ambient sound. This place is looking a little worse for wear. Let's see if I can find an access port. Minae never did take care of our equipment. Some things never change. Sorry, give me a sec. I'm just trying to... Got it. Okay, we should be able to access any data stored. Here, just open the terminal and take a look. So far it's a really good looking and fun game, I must say. Let's see, we can get power. And we can get oxygen. There we go. And we can get some data from them. I'm guessing locations. Perhaps new locations that we missed before. Logs has been cleared. I expected that, given the secrecy Minae seems to be operating under. But whoever sent her here in the first place? But the map data mentions something Minae calls the bloom, out across the northern rift. She's been going back and forth to something there, studying it. A unique species, perhaps? I'm guessing we're gonna go there. Minae, what were you doing here? Why were you keeping this discovery from the world? From me? I'm talking to myself again. Or to whatever you are. Hey, I'm an AI. Sorry, I don't mean. Let's head back to the research base. I need to think. With this way station operational, we can call in the base retrieval drone from the utility panel. This drone will be able to pick us up from any area we got map data for. Let's head to the base. I've got a lot to figure out. Ahoy, captains! This has been an adventure with a chill soundtrack, and when you learn all the controls, this game really shines. I know this video is a bit longer than what I'm usually doing, but I want you to get the full experience of the path to the way station. The game is coming out for both Switch and PC, but I think it really shines when you run it on the handheld Switch. Just casually chilling on the sofa with a good beverage and enjoying this game. If you want to know more about the game, the links are in the descriptions below. If you find this video entertaining, how about you click that subscribe button, or better yet, just leave a comment. I'm Dan, and as always, stay safe and stay awesome.